There's the horn, and they're off as the 022 season kicks into high gear, and Cruz Bensmiller, Farm Boys Oilfield, comes off that number 2 barrel in a hurry, too much of a hurry. Tough Drager, BDP to the inside of him, and Roy Romano, Inked Energy to the outside, to the backside rather, and Cale Lajeunesse on the outside of him. Barrels are up, and Outriders are in hot pursuit as we head him into that second turn of our opening heat of 022, and it is Cale Lajeunesse, McCallum's auto body, that takes over the lead as he duels it out with young Cruz Bensmiller. The rookies, the young guns, already going at it wheel to wheel as they bang a little steel into that backstretch run and head for the third turn on a burn. Tough Drager, BDP Traffic Management, is managing the traffic. He's in the middle of the pack with Roy Romano trailing the leaders by a furlong, and these two young guns got a great future in the game. As we round them into that fourth and final turn, head them southbound and down. The louder you cheer, the quicker they get here. It is Cruz Bensmiller cruising to the inside with Farm Boys Oilfield. It is Cale Lajeunesse, McCallum's auto body, to the outside with a late charge into challenge. Open them up, Cruz. Open them up, Cale. At the wire, it's going to be Cruz Bensmiller by a nose over Cale Lajeunesse and McCallum's. Tough Drager with BDP Traffic Management, and Roy Romano, the wily old veteran, rolls in with the rookies in an exciting heat number 1, courtesy of GMC. There's the horn, and they're off to a good start on that number 1 barrel with Evan McGee and Cricket Consulting. Ooh, he crunches the top one, however, gets out there to take the early lead with company on the outside in Todd McCracken and Maximum Tank Truck. To the far outside is Lane Fladd and Kenny's Tack and Western Wear, and Outriders are southbound and out of town, and it's Evan McGee and Cricket Consulting. Goes into that second turn on a burn, and now the backfield is in motion. Tight to the rail, running second. We find Todd McCracken with Maximum Tank Truck, and at his right elbow is the big wheel team now of Lane Fladd and Kenny's Tack and Western Wear as he grinds him down the backstretch. Now only an inch ahead of Todd McCracken. The trailer along the railer is Dean Drager and Northern Matin Bridge as they round between the two final turns. One outrider in a white shirt's going to have to hustle because his driver, Evan McGee, Cricket Consulting, is already. Cricket Consulting, I don't think they're going to catch Evan tonight. He's best of company by 2, and look at this. He throws the lines at him and opens it up to a bigger notch as he gets there by 2 1/4. Kenny's Tack and Western Wear. Lane Fladd holds on to second with Northern Matin Bridge. Dean Drager just ahead of Maximum Tank's Todd McCracken as we wrap heat number 2 is history. There's the horn, and the charge is underway as Stoves go in, Outriders mount up, and here they come, southbound and down, and it's Josh Herenick at the middle of the track off that 2 barrel with the early lead, but Chad Hardin Wild grabs that rail position. Now we need some speed because Josh Herenick might take to the rail if he gets far enough ahead. Now at Josh Herenick's right elbow is the big lead team of Derek Abley and Friends of Abley Racing as Derek opens them up a notch, and then we go in behind to Chad Hardin on the rail, running now fourth by a nose as Kelly more and ever takes him over down that backstretch run, and those two guys are closing ground on our leader, and that leader is Josh Herenick, Striker Energy, but can he hang on around the outside? He's a flying Derek Abley, Friends of Abley Racing, as they go at it rain to rain like a runaway freight train. They round the turn on a burn, and now Kelly Moran making a move around the outside of Chad Hardin. And that's how we set up for a speedy home stretch drive. Grande Prairie, it's your turn to come alive. Around the outside comes Derek Abley, hometown boy, and he opens them up by a notch and a horse length over top of Josh Herenick. Derek Abley and Friends of Abley Racing, a friendly finish tonight as they make it to the tree line well finishes. And this guy, Striker Energy, with Josh Herenick settles. Let's pour one. Heat number 4. There's the horn, and they're off. A quick start for Rick Fraser in Liquid Edge Oilfield as he takes the edge to the outside off that 3-barrel. He holds Roger Moore and Triplex to the inside as Roger steals the rail away. Troy Flat in behind. To the outside of him, we find Chance Thompson and Daler Pressure. Top of 1 barrel is down with wagon tracks all around it. 2 outriders just leaving town as we pick the wagons up into that second turn. On the burn, it's Rick Fraser, Liquid Edge Oilfield. He's got the edge right now on Roger Moore and Triplex Oilfield as they roar down that backstretch. Rick ahead now by a full wagon length. Roger hanging on for all he's worth as Rick opens him up another notch. Now the backfield features Chance Thompson, Daler Pressure, and to the inside of him now comes Troy Flat. He's going flat out into that third turn with Beer Brothers and Spirits, and that's how they round the final 2 turns, and they set him up for the home stretch drive. Tight to the rail, but running second is Roger Moore, and now Rick Fraser, Liquid Edge. He's got the edge as he points him southbound and down to a finish line he's crossed many times. It is the Tree Line Well Services finish line that Rick Fraser will capture tonight. Takes home the win by 3/4 of a length over Chance Thompson. Beer Brothers and Spirits, Troy Flat rolls in just ahead of Daler Pressure's Chance Thompson in heat number 4. There's the horn, and they're off. A good start as stoves go in and outriders mount up, and here they come. 4 wagons across the track with Brad McMahon to the inside. Chance Flat, Troy Dorchester, and High Wide and Handsome is Diamond Dayton Sutherland. That's what you call an even start with barrels up and outriders all in a bunch right behind. And now we get things geared up on the front end as Brad McMahon and Optimum Equipment take advantage of the speed, and he is rocking and rolling on that rail position with Chance Flat and Control Trek right alongside of him. Troy Dorchester, Pure Chem Services, Pure Speed is what you're going to need to stay ahead of this pack. And in behind the group is Diamond Dayton Sutherland, Nordic Energy. He's got some finishing energy. He's got to make a choice, left or right, thread the needle inside of Troy or take the overland route. Right now, the man with the plan is Brad McMahon and Optimum Equipment Solutions. He's got the speed solution as they round that 4th and final turn. Point him southbound and down, and here they come. Brad McMahon, Optimum Equipment to the inside. Chance Flat, Control Tech from the outside, taking a run. Who is going to hit the finish line first and get the job done? Oh, look at this. It's going to be Brad McMahon. There's the horn, and the charge is a quick one right across the board. Chad Fikes, CIMS from the 4 barrels, got company on the inside as Wade Saltman and Doug Irvine take to the track side by side off the 1 and 2 respectively. Dustin Gorse, Grande Prairie Airport. We have liftoff on 3, but he's going to take to the rail in behind. Wade Saltman with Paderni's on the rail. Doug Irvine, Swab Pro to the outside, wheel to wheel as they bang a little steel out of that second turn. And then it's Chad Fike and CIMS Corporation dueling it out with Wade Salmond on the inside of that game, outside of that game, I should say, on the inside, Dustin Gorst and Chad Fike. Get things put together, and here's what's trending in the 3rd turn. Doug Irvine and Swab Pro has got the lead, but he doesn't have that rail. Wade Salmon and Paderni's has that rail, and now he'll match strides with Doug Irvine as they head for that 4th and final turn with Chad Fike to the outside, Dustin Gorst to the backside. Clear the runway. He's going to need some landing room, and here they come. Southbound and down. Bring him back to town. It's Wade Salmon. Paderni's driven to excel. He's got company a-coming. Doug Irvine and Swab Pro from the outside, but at the Tree Line Well Services finish line, it's Paderni's with Wade Salmon, Doug Irvine and Swab Pro, Chad Fike and CIMS, and Dustin Gore's touchdown, Grande Prairie Airport. The horn sounds and the charge is underway as they cast their fate to the figure 8, and the checkerboards lead the drive from the outside, southbound and down, and Jason Glass looks to the rail. He can get it. He's got all the speed you need to take the lead away from Mitch Sutherland and Renko, from Evan Solman and Invest Grande Prairie, and to the outside, Darcy Flat and Lakeside Oilfield. 1 barrel down the top of 1, and outriders in hot pursuit as the checkerboards lead the way. Jason Glass and Birchcliff Energy Energy with all the energy you need, but he can hear the pounding, thundering lead team of Mitch Sutherland and Renko as Mitch prepares to come alongside the checkerboards, and he's going to make some moves in that checkerboard game in that third turn. To the outside, Darcy Flad, Lakeside Oilfield holding off an inside fourth running charge from Evan Salmond, Invest Grande Prairie. And that's how they set up for the fourth and final turn on a burn. We are southbound and down with the checkerboards of Jason Glass, Birchcliff Energy, leaders in the industry, leaders in the home stretch drive as Jason Glass opens them up and Mitch Sutherland answers the call from the outside. But at the tree line, well service finish line, Jason Glass by half a length over Mitch Sutherland, ahead of Invest Grande Prairie's Evan Solman in the trailer, Lakeside Oilfield, Darcy Flad, and that's a wrap in heat number 7. There's the horn, and they're off. Outriders get their job done. Chance Vegan so fast around the top, barely hit it with his wagon. He's already out of town. And behind him, Cody Ridgedale, Involve Energy, but his tracks tell the story, a 10-second story. And then Jordy Fike, H&M meets along the rail. This race isn't over until the judges have a look. Away around the outside, Chance Bensmiller and Pinnacle Picker Services trying to reach the pinnacle of his speed, but look at Chance Vegan. Sundown Oilfield, 3-4 lengths the winner. Midway down the backstretch, and the backfield is in motion. The rail belongs to H&M Meats and Jordy Fike, but he has given up second place to Cody Ridgedale, Involve Energy, who goes up the middle of the track, a horse length ahead of Jordy Fike, and then behind them is Chance Bensmiller and Pinnacle Picker Services. Way out in front, it is Chance Vegan, Sundown Oilfield, but he KO'd his top barrel. He's got both outriders looking not too bad. One's got a hustle, but here he comes. The hometown home stretch drive. Grande Prairie, it's your turn to come alive. Chance Vegan, Sundown Oilfield, going to be the first at the tree line. Well Services finish line. They're not going to catch the Rangeland Derby Rockstar. His outriders looking good. Chance gets there by 2. Look at this race. Involved with Cody Ridgedale, a nose ahead of Jordy Fike's H&M Meats. And Pinnacle Picker with Chance Bensmiller. Old Rip comes in behind the pack in heat number 8. 9 is in line. The horn sounds, and they're off to a quick start as Outriders get the job done. Ray Crotto Jr., Kadak Energy from the one barrel with Logan Gorst, North Star Hydrovac right alongside, and Dave Co Construction with Jamie Labacane to the outside. In behind the pack, it's Ross Knight and the Hayes Group, and that's how they head into that second turn. Barrels are up, Outriders looking good. One's going to have to ride hard, but up on the front end, it's a wall of wagons, a chuck wagon tsunami, 3 abreast, and out of the middle of the pack comes Logan Gorst and North Star Hydrovac out of the middle of the pack, and as he looks back at the outside of the track, he can see Jamie Labacane and Dave Co to the inside of him, Ray Crotto, Kadak Energy, and now closing ground, Ross Knight and the Hayes Group as they bunch up into that third turn. Our Outriders are looking good, catching their wagons, and this is going to be a finish. See Ray Crotto, he has got Kadak Energy, and he's moving up with that rail advantage. Ray Crotto about to challenge Ross Knight, Logan Gorst, the whole pack as they come around the turn. Jamie Labacane, and we've got everything under control with Ray Crotto, the Rainbow Rider, holding off a charge from Logan Gorst as they head to the tree line. Well Services finish line. It's Ray Crotto Jr. Oh, look at this. It is just Ross Knight rolled in just ahead of Logan Gorst at the wire, and Jamie Labacane, Dave Co completes the pack. And there's the horn, and they're off. 4 of the hottest guys in the game round the top barrel in hot pursuit of the finish line, and Captain Kirk Sutherland Hansen forward to the inside with Mark Sutherland, his pesky nephew, to the outside. F10 Group of Companies, and then Vern Nolan, McCaw's Drilling, drills into that rail in the trailer. Out the middle of the track is Cody McCurra, Tomco Group, and Steamflow and Brown's Social House. Barrels are up. Outriders are northbound and down, and here's what's trending in the backstretch drive. Captain Kirk Sutherland in his swan song in Swan City, his final year of competition, takes Hansen forward into that third turn. Best of company by a horse length over his nephew Mark Sutherland. F10 Group of Companies. And now challenging the Sutherland Corporation on the rail, we find Vern Nolan, McCaw's Drilling. He goes to the outside, and Cody McCurra to the far outside overland route. And here they come around the fourth and final turn. Beam me up, Scotty. Clear the track. Here come Captain Kirk. Kirk Sutherland and Hanson Ford. Lord, Mr. Ford, we are southbound and down as Kirk Sutherland heads for the tree line. Well service finish line by 2 1/4 because of drilling and blasting with Vern Nolan. And then Cody McCurra just ahead of Mark Sutherland in a very well-driven heat. There's the horn, and the big four cast their fate to the figure 8.5 mile of hell, and there goes the Duke of Dewberry, Kurt Bensmiller, half a dime, contracting a nickel and dime ahead of the crew as he heads for the rail. He's got things handled, and you go back to Lane McGilvery, Cascade Energy, holding off an outside charge from Chris Molly and Hanson Ford, and inside it's Aubrey Willow and his team of Dynamic Energy trailing the pack in an unfamiliar situation, but up on the front end, it is Kurt Bensmiller in his World Championship form. Half a dime contracting vegetation control pros, and look at this chuck wagon tsunami as he matches wheels and strides with his competitors. Chris Molly in the middle, Lane McGilvery all in the game, and Aubrey Willow trailing the pack. And now here's where we change things around as they head into that fourth and final turn. Kurt Bensmiller has got half a dime contracting on the inside, and he's got some tough company. Lane McGilvery, Cascade alongside, Chris Molly, Hanson Ford, and here they come to the wire. Lane McGilvery posts a late charge and a late challenge at the tree line. Well services finish line, and Lane McGilvery by a nose over Kurt Bensmiller. Hanson Ford with Chris Molly right there, and to the outside comes a flying Aubrey Willow, Dynamic Energy. What a finish from the big four. If you liked it, they can hear you.